I want to turn from there to another big international story. Both our top stories are coming international today. Ukraine has importantly agreed now to a 30-day ceasefire. The Ukrainian President Zelensky has said he now hopes for strong steps if Russia rejects the truce. Russia is waiting for a word from the US, and the US has said that they will be contacting Kremlin soon. Listen in to what Donald Trump and Zelensky, who only 10 days ago were at war virtually with each other, or a war of words certainly, have just said.
Ми готові до формату тиші на 30 днів, так, у тому форматі, який нам запропонувала американська сторона. Але все ж таки про гарантії безпеки ми будемо говорити більш детально. Якщо буде тиша на 30 днів, то ці 30 днів виділяються саме для того, щоб покласти на папір. У нас є наші пропозиції, але покласти на папір погоджені кроки з нашими союзниками, погоджені кроки і формати тих чи інших гарантій безпеки, які будуть у Україні після закінчення цієї війни.
Ukraine, ceasefire. Ukraine, ceasefire. Just agreed to a little while ago. Now we have to go to Russia, and hopefully President Putin will agree to that also. But people are being killed outside of that. People are being killed in the cities as things explode throughout the cities. And we want to get that war over with. That's a total ceasefire. Ukraine has agreed to it, and hopefully Russia will agree to it. We're going to meet with them later on today and tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be able to wipe out a deal. But I think the ceasefire is very important. If we can get Russia to do it, that'll be great.
Joining me now is Geeta Mohan, our diplomatic affairs editor. Geeta, thanks very much for joining us. I want to understand from you, Geeta, explain what's happened over the last fortnight. You have Zelensky and President Trump virtually in this war of words at the White House. 12 days later, Ukraine has agreed to peace. Now the ball, it seems, is in the Russian court. What are we expecting over the next few weeks?
Well, these are going to be a few very important, forget about weeks, days, Rajdeep. The next meeting is in Moscow. Steve Witkoff, President Trump's special envoy, is going to be in Moscow for the conversation on the ceasefire and the talks that took place between Ukrainian delegation and Marco Rubio, Secretary of State. And he very rightly said the ball now is in Russia's court. That's the Secretary of State. So we'll have to wait and see if Russia accepts the ceasefire or not. There are mixed signals coming in from Russia. Ukrainians are a little disappointed that they're accepting the ceasefire. Russia, because they don't trust Russia. Russians are disappointed because they say we have an advantage right now, why stop? So,
But what prompted Zelensky, according to you, to agree to a ceasefire in the first instance? I mean, 2 weeks ago, he was holding it up and saying there's no question of a ceasefire. America deciding to withdraw from Ukraine, virtually deny our military supplies, deny intelligence. Was that what turned Ukraine now to the dialogue table? Trump will say, look, I'm proving to be a great deal maker.
Absolutely. Immense pressure from Europe as well, because Europe does not want a war that spreads beyond Ukraine. They'd be the first ones to be hit should that happen. But more importantly, the two things that you said, Rajdeep, it's not just the military aid. More importantly, intelligence sharing that US stopped was critical for Ukraine. They had no eyes on the ground. And Russian forces have taken over or taken back the Kursk region, which Ukrainians had held for a while. This is Russian territory. So on the ground, Russia has taken advantage of the fact that there was no intelligence sharing, and there is a realization that for Ukraine that they cannot do without US.
Geeta Mohan, for giving us a sense of what could lie ahead. Thanks very much.